Yo. Yeah, I was thinking earlier, like, this is, if y'all don't know, that's Anonymous, that dude's song. It's like an unreleased song, and, yeah, I've been telling him, when's he gonna release it? And he's like, I don't know. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think he's ever gonna release a song.
It's good he doesn't release it. It's our song now.
That's ours now.
It's the logical introduction.
It's like if you watch those long ass, like those like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when you watch that intro, all you know is just the main verses. But then when you hear the actual song, you're like, oh, there's another verse? There's an actual song to this?
Or like when they did the Friends theme.
Yeah.
Turned it into a song and everybody's like, wait.
Wait a second, motherfucker.
Right.
Anyway, that was like a long ass unnecessary intro. But this is episode 42 of the Illogical Sense podcast. I'm sitting here across from my boy JC Nuts.
What's cracking?
I'm gonna do every little variation of that. And sitting next off the phone, in person, in 3D.
I'm out of jail.
Out of jail. She was calling from a fucking jail cell.
I'm live and direct.
As Yvanna, Mama. And before I go on, I would like to apologize to Miss Yvanna, Mama.
Why, thank you.
For acting like an asshole last week, because it was just a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on that y'all don't need to know, but I kind of let it, kind of leaked out a little bit, like, kind of poo-pooed out, you know what that means.
It was entertaining nonetheless.
Oh, it was.
The good fuckboy ended up being a perfect title in more ways than none.
Oh, yes.
We'll keep it at that.
Exactly. A good fuckboy. Yes, exactly. But, we all here. How was y'all weekend?
I made money, son.
Money, son, huh?
Yeah, and I slept. Like, I made money and I slept. I don't see any problem with what I did over the weekend at all.
Okay.
Yeah. I lost money.
How did you lose money?
I lost money. I went out to eat. I basically had the weekend off, which is very rare. I was out just spending money. I went to a horse race, actually.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and I bet on a horse. And you would think that betting on a horse is super simple when you go there. It's
hell no.
Not simple. I thought I could just be like, okay, I like that horse.
Wrong.
That's not how it goes. But I did bet on one horse. I lost my entire $10.
Man.
Imagine the Kentucky Derby. Imagine a Kentucky Derby,
exactly.
Man. That shit's fucking just crazy.
I'll tell you this, since we're on like the topic of betting, I wish I would have put $100 on the damn Celtics yesterday. As disgusting as that sounds coming from my mouth, definitely would have put $100.
That's just God's sense of humor at this point.
Right.
This is just God's sense of humor.
But the odds for them, the point spread was at -17. And if you put $100 on, you would have won $1,700.
Because Isaiah Thomas was gone. It was looking like a womp. And then I was just looking at the score, and I'm like, in the fourth quarter, they creep back. Is this some Patriot shit? And lo and fucking behold, they fucking won.
I wasn't even paying attention. I just saw they were up by 20, and I
was out doing stuff. I was out doing stuff and shit. And yeah, what did I do this weekend? I went to the movies, of course. Saw fucking where did I see? I saw the Alien movie, Alien Covenant.
How was that?
It was cool. Did you see Prometheus?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Alien franchise though.
Like Cleo kind of is, but it was entertaining. Had a fucked up ending because what horror movie has a good ending?
True.
Well, Get Out did. Well, speaking of Get Out, they released, I guess, the DVDs out, and they got the what was it?
Alternate ending.
And you know what the alternate ending was? The reality ending.
Yeah.
He went to
gets
jail.
arrested.
And he went to jail. Well, I was like, it could have been worse. Damn. He couldn't have gotten shot.
Yeah, there was one of two ways that I was going to end. He was either going to get shot or he was going to go to jail.
And it was fucked up because what's his name? The TSA dude was talking to him and he was just like, yo, we could go to case, go over it. And then old boy was like, bro, just let it go. Just let it go. And then you just see him walking into his cell. And I'm like, that would have pissed me off.
But it would have made sense.
It would have made sense. It would have been too. I probably will never watch that movie again. But I'm glad they kept. I'm glad Jordan Peele just changed his mind about that. So
yeah, he got a green light for
another. I'm about to say that,
or for a different
something else
from a different race. What race do you think he should get this time? White,
hey,
Mexican,
man, with everything
Asian.
That's going on, why not go with Mexican, man? Might as well.
Fuck it. That'd be interesting.
Do a purge like film involving our Mexican brothers and sisters.
Is Donald Trump gonna make a?
We don't call him Donald Trump on this show.
I hope so, because I will be going into the movie theater with my sombrero.
See, that's why I Cinco de Mayo was cracking, because I was really just happy just being out with y'all. y'all people.
Y'all.
But shit. Well, like last week, I guess blogging, the music blog shit was really up in arms off of dude Rush. How do you say his name?
Russ.
Have y'all listened to him?
Nope.
I listened to him in my life.
I mean, after this,
I've heard of his music. I just didn't know who the hell he was.
After this, I mean, I'll check.
But I was in the middle of doing something, and then Karina sends me a text going like, "Yo, why is blogging Twitter all pissed off?" I'm like, "What do you mean they pissed off?" And she sent me the link, and I was like, "Oh, well, you wasn't lying." And then I just go on Twitter and say, "Oh, blogging Twitter's up in arms, huh?" And Low Key, shout out to Low Key, he says, "Oh, we just giving our side of the story." And I was like, "Whoa, y'all mad?" You know, and then we talked about it in the group chat, and Yvanna pretty much said he did this whole rant, like it was like pins and planes, whatever. They were talking about how blogging is, and I guess he did a video and he just pretty much said that blogs don't matter no more. Like, it was in the email. He said blogs don't matter no more. You guys are on me now when I have a platinum record and selling out shows. Yes, he has a platinum record without the help from the blogs. He doesn't need their help, and pretty much from his viewpoint,
good for him.
From his viewpoint, that you don't need the blogs no more. You can get a SoundCloud page and your Twitter, and you can just build your fan base from there.
Right, which is true. But he was coming out more so of him reaching out to the blogs and constantly reaching out, and no one ever really picked him up. But you gotta understand that blogs people, how many emails you receive, you can't
trust me.
Be like, oh my god, you're gonna be the one.
And because he said, and originally, like back in 07, 09, when was blogging really popping? Like in 2012, 11 through 14-ish?
11
through 14?
Yeah.
That's when Rap Radars, Two Dope Boys, like he was saying, that was how people tried to get on, and now, you know,
now that he is on, now you have the blogs hitting him up. So of course he's gonna be like
cocky.
Blogs don't matter. Because he had to do it by himself, and you really don't need the blogs. Like
right now, honestly.
You need the followers, the SoundCloud.
The fan base, and the blogs will come to you.
And,
everybody has a part to play.
Mm-hmm. Back then.
It's not only just the artists. I mean, we really get gully with it about 15, 20 years ago, you know, it was strictly the labels and whatever media was going on at the time, like that was who controlled what was going down.
Especially in that time period.
Right.
Like in that blogging period, that booming period when all the artists, I was about to say artists. I don't know why. I was listening back to old. I kept saying artists. Like, why am I saying artists? I don't know why, but artists would always send the blogs exclusive music, and when music would leak out, they would just sell it to them and shit like that. Like my friend told me about this.
Right.
And they had the keys to like certain exclusives.
Yes, and so
like the Rap Radars.
I feel like with streaming.
Oh,
it's now made it like it's kind of cut the bloggers out as the middleman, where it's like, yo, why are we
premiering our shit on this?
Right.
When we could just go into Apple Music.
And I can understand why bloggers would feel some type of way. I will say this though, over the span of the last, we'll say 3 years, the blogging world as a whole, and I say this as a whole because you do have a bunch who are about the culture, and that's what they strive for, and that's what it's all about. But at the end of the day, the blogging game is politics, just like anything else.
Yep.
And as a whole,
we know this exclusively.
As a whole, they haven't been the best gatekeepers when it comes to the culture.
At all.
There's a lot of artists that they just have been hyped up, and the music just does not.
And then when you see, and then you look at,
hype.
and then you look at the charts, and you see how low they are on the charts, and then like you see certain bloggers go like, "Oh, why are you talking crap about him?" You see how hard he worked and all these exclusive interviews they give with them and all that. Now it's kind of just like right now, there's not really no top blog sites right now besides Complex, maybe.
Because like the world was just going
DJ Booth.
forward, like journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really looks at a newspaper. Everybody has like an app.
Or Twitter. As soon as I wake up, you go on your phone and there's a news story.
On Twitter,
You see what the whole ass news is doing.
The art of journalism has
died.
It's died within our culture, and
the music journalism has died.
Yeah, and it's been substituted. It's been substituted with people that just want to hype people up, so they have the opportunity to say, "Yeah, I did that," and you know what? Catch me backstage on Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no more.
Instagram posts.
Yeah, it's all about flexing more than it is about covering what's going on. You know, there used to be a time. There was a reason why Source and Double XL and Vibe, you know, and all those publications, they meant something because it was more than just talking about music. We had exclusive pieces,
that
were just some of the most untouchable stuff. I mean, everybody remembers the Death Row picture that Vi did, but nobody really remembers the actual article.
Yes.
And that article was probably one of the best written of that time frame, just in describing everything that was going on. I mean, it was literally like watching a mafia film, how they wrote that out. And it's really a lost art. I mean, shout out to Yo.
Oh yeah,
every time
DJ
he drops,
Booth.
every time he drops something, I'm tuned in.
Yeah, from DJ Booth, or just everyone at DJ Booth and
Right.
Rockfest, and everyone that tries to keep the articles, like story think pieces, like really good think pieces going. Not no trolling think pieces or nothing like that.
The clickbaiters.
Clickbaiters, you know, and it's just like back then I used to love reading Vibe and looking at the show and prove artists, because that's how I found out about like Macklemore, or I found out about Snow the Product. You know, and now that culture is really just, you just gotta find them on Twitter now. Right. They don't do that no more, and it's...
Follow them on Snapchat.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, but I mean, I see where both sides are coming.
Yeah.
I just wish the bloggers hadn't... just took it for what it was.
Yeah.
Instead of feeling like they had to put themselves, defend themselves.
And then get petty about it and
right.
Post
because what they ended up doing was the ones that really got upset and they kept pushing that agenda. They really kind of exposed themselves to really show that this really is a political. There's a lot of politics going on in this game.
A lot of cool kids, all inner circle cliques and shit.
And I mean, it just there's got to be a point where everybody just like, oh, okay, that's how.
Also,
it feels.
when they were posting them emails, like his old emails from back then, and it was just a whole bunch of petty shit.
Right.
Like, this is real. Again, this is why no one takes y'all serious. Like writing, whatever, but when you on social media, they puts that battery on their back.
Right.
And also, if it wasn't for blogging, Aubrey wouldn't be as big as he is right now with the word of mouth and shit. Speaking of that motherfucker.
Well, before we get into that,
motherfucker,
we just got up to date. Prayers out to those who were at the Ariana Grande concert.
All our London listeners.
Yeah. So what's being reported at this point is that
there have been people that died.
Well, there was an explosion that went on in the arena.
There was like 2 explosions, right?
Yeah.
At an Ariana Grande concert of all places.
And at the moment, it's been confirmed that there's been 19 casualties and 50 more who are injured.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Prayers out to everybody that was there. I mean, we're reaching a point you can't even go fucking enjoy yourself just listening to music.
For real, at a concert. The Ariana Grande concert. Not no rap concert or rock concert or a pop song. Like, that's like the most least expect. Like, really? Ariana Grande of all people? Fucking Cat? Like, come on now.
Yeah, no,
if y'all get that, y'all seen Sam and Cat? No?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
her cat
it's too much. It's too much for a situation like this. Like, it would definitely, it makes sense from a terrorist standpoint in the sense of, yeah, you just said it, an Ariana Grande concert, nobody's expecting that.
Exactly.
Right. And it kind of scares me.
Right.
I'm going to be going at it like that way pretty soon. It's just like, dude, I can't do anything.
Right.
Wear a vest.
At the end of the day, it's like, for what? What did you accomplish now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was there to gain from this?
Terror. It's
ridiculous.
Yeah, hoe ass nigga. Fuck that hoe ass nigga. Just for the fuck of it. Fuck him and Jed York. Anyway, so
back to Drake.
Back to Aubrey. He had a pretty big night on Sunday.
13.
He won. It was the first award show I've actually remembered him actually showing up to.
Yeah.
Because it's a numbers show. The Billboard Awards are about numbers. So
of course.
It was pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, he broke Adele's record, 13. I mean, One Dance was the biggest record. One Dance and The Views were the biggest albums and records of last year. So
right, sales-wise.
Sales-wise, of course. I mean, album's still meh.
Right.
I still listen to Views.
But we will give him his credit today because this award celebrated the numbers.
What do you listen to more, Views or More Life?
More Life.
Well, I guess More Life is better then, huh?
It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, we all agree on that.
I still appreciate Views.
You appreciate all...
some of the songs on Views.
I want you to listen to the whole thing.
I can.
Oh, yeah, you put something in there. Why are you going to my fridge, nigga? But, he broke Adele's record, which is pretty impressive. And, if it had to be anybody, I'm happy it was a rapper, and I'm happy it was him.
Right. And since 2009, there hasn't been a week that Drake
has not
been on the Billboard.
That's impressive.
Congrats.
That's impressive.
From 2009 to now, that's pretty fucking big for him.
That's huge.
That's Eminem, Michael Jackson status,
And that's why I understand why you guys say he needs to take a break.
He ain't gonna take no break.
He's been working.
He ain't gonna take no
He's
break.
not.
Hell no. He's obsessed with this shit.
I thought he was.
As much as I want to, but after Kendrick came back and took his shine a little bit, that's why he showed up. I put a caption of him with all those awards like, yeah, I don't got Grammys, but do Kendrick got these though? Who's better, Drake or Kendrick?
I listen to Drake more than I listen to.
So Drake's better. Drake is better. See, you heard it.
But did you guys see any of his speech?
Yeah,
I saw that.
I saw
the one where he
was drunk.
He was shouting everybody out.
Like he was all going like, yeah, like when I came up here, I had a close friend of me didn't promote my album because he said he already get enough love, and then he's then he's like, ha ha ha, yeah. So I was like, whoa, fuck you.
That's a Hudgens. You look hella good.
You look and then, you gotta love him while you're here.
Ludacris.
Is like, Ludacris, we didn't see eye to eye, but and my dad, he's wearing a purple suit and purple shoes. Boy, if you don't stop, I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? He was just happy. I mean, yeah, it's the most awards he's ever gonna win. I mean, he could win a BET award, but BET,
Nicki, his girl,
his wife, the love of his life. Even though Rihanna was the love of his life, last year.
Well, she turned him down and then did what might be the next single for Kendrick, so that's understandable.
Yeah, and then went to J-Lo, and then she turned him down and put her in. Drake, just let him live,
But what I have to say is, I love seeing everybody on that. On the stage, he brought out, Lil Wayne, Nicki, his dad, and Mac Main.
That's when he won with best new art. He won best artist of the year. I'm like, yeah, of course he was gonna win that.
It just showed unity, and it just showed that
he
still got the people that he started off with are still there, and that's huge. Mm-hmm. To still have those people that you started off from the beginning, like Wayne put him on.
You notice how everybody was up there except for Birdman.
Well, I mean, besides that,
the business side, I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy, but. Same time.
Bro, don't do that.
I just said views is like Kendrick is better. So
and Drake and Tory squash their beef.
I don't believe that.
I think how do you not believe it? He's like in a mind frame where he's just like forgiving everybody. Everybody's
he spent the whole album on More Life just subliminally dissing Tory Lanez. Got the whole album, and then you're gonna go take a picture. That's like
he probably had a really long talk with his mom, and was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just squash everything.
Yeah,
and,
that too.
And,
moms could do that. Yeah. Moms could persuade you like that.
I'm just.
But that picture didn't really. When I saw it, I was thinking about it. Like, I should tweet this out, and I just went about my day. And then I was watching Everyday Struggle, and Joe Budden said, "This picture reminds me of Game and 50 when they first squashed their beef." And I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That was exactly because they just looked uncomfortable." So,
Well, he wasn't uncomfortable to post it on his Instagram.
No, I mean, probably someone made them do it.
And then made you post it on Instagram?
Yeah. You know what goes on behind the scenes. I know there's like...
It's different to be like, oh, you take an uncomfortable picture and then they post it and let it post. But you actually took the picture and posted it on your Instagram.
Well, there's only one way we'll know for sure.
The song comes out?
If a song comes out. Because when it was Game and 50...
Well, after that picture,
there was no song, and they went right back to
300
beefing it out for another, 10 years?
Man... I predict maybe that Tory Lanez, after this picture, because, if history repeats itself, Tory Lanez is just going to drop a diss record, and then Drake is just going to make an example out of him. Because me and my boy said, Drake needs to diss Tory Lanez. He's letting him breathe.
I mean, they're pretty much even at this point.
On what?
Drake was taking shots at him on More Life. Tory Lanez really stole controller from him, and that's now... I don't care what nobody says. That's Tory Lanez's song now.
Everyone, that's
his song.
It's obvious.
So to me, that's a fair exchange. I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, but is he gonna do a song with him? I don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe like Yvanna said, that was a good point. Maybe his mom talked to him and said, "You need to squash." That's why he said that shit with Ludacris. Because you know the story with Ludacris, right? Why he had beef with him, kind of. Because I don't know, probably.
Giving him respects or something?
Well, I remember Ludacris was saying that he stole his flow, and Drake started it, and he was even on How About Now on that. I think it was the second verse when he was saying some shit that like I was playing my record for this girl, and then she's like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, "That's you? Oh, okay, put on some Ludacris."
Oh, I remember that.
And then he felt a type of way.
He felt some type of way. I mean, anybody would.
Yeah, I mean that'll piss me off too.
Oh, that's you? Put on some Ludacris.
Oh, that's you? Oh, okay. You got some Ludacris?
Right.
I mean, you can be pissed off all you want, but you ain't got to bring it to Ludacris. He ain't do nothing.
Ludacris making his money. I'm tired of everyone dissing Ludacris on fucking Twitter.
I don't know what the hell happened on Twitter the past few days, and people saying Future over Ludacris.
What? No.
I didn't hear that.
But
have they ever listened to?
That's some pure bullshit.
I just want to let it be
known right now. I don't know if you damn new millennials
They're kids,
only
dog.
know Ludacris from Fast and the Furious.
They know, yeah, they do.
But
This nigga made Throw Them Bowls.
Ludacris's first 3 albums.
Move, bitch.
Man. Like,
I mean, Busby picked his album over Kanye one time. Wasn't that a story?
Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, man, why'd you bring that up?
well, I thought you, yeah.
I know, but it's just like that's bad memories. I don't listen to that album no more. And looking back on it, that album was pure trash.
Okay.
That album was not pure trash.
I thought it was
Name me a track.
I
know you're help.
Ludacris.
Splash Waterfalls was dope.
Yeah.
The original and the remix.
Stand Up.
Stand Up. Kanye produced that, so that's probably why because I like Stand Up. Yeah, and Theater of Mind was dope. Theater of Mind was pretty underrated too. People need to give that more credit.
That one was mad to me.
You didn't like Theater of Mind?
It was cool. It was just, you know what it was? It was
Why my voice get all high? You like Theater
I
of
don't
Mind?
know. It was the fact that the song with Sean Garrett and Chris Brown had came out right after
The Beating.
and it was I know what them girls like, and it was like, clearly, Chris, you do not know what these girls like.
That's kind of crazy when you listen to Chris Brown records now. It's like AB, no, it's BB and then AB before the beating and after the beating.
Yeah, that's
You guys know my stance on this.
Yep, before and after, you gonna love them.
And then speaking of beef, you had Jeremiah and Party Next Door squash their beef.
Yes, they did.
Which
I hella forgot about that shit.
We forgot about that.
And just as forgettable as this topic. So, let's
just so you guys know.
I guess thumbs up to Jeremiah and Kickback Around the Block, I guess.
So he went right back to Kickback Around the Block now, huh?
I said I was going to give him his credit for one day. That was More Life. I said he gets his credit for what he did on More Life.
That's
for one day, I will let off of him.
favorite song on More Life.
You didn't like the Party Next Door record?
Nah.
I feel for him, but then I don't feel for him.
Who?
Kickback Around the Block.
Okay.
I feel for him, but I don't feel for him.
Okay.
Like when you hear With You on Views and then the track on More Life, you're like, man, if only you had some nuts and said, no, these are my songs.
And then Drake's like, oh, really? Here's a check. Nope, they're your songs.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
They're your songs. Let me go put some bullshit out now. Because that's pretty much what P3 was. Some bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
so, like, I feel for him, but at the same time, you a grown-ass man. Like, have some pride about yourself, man. Because I guarantee you, he puts those 2 tracks on P3, I have a different...
If he would have put those tracks...
view on them, pun intended.
If he would have put that and Work... You know, because he wrote Work,
right? And
he was featured on there with Arbery and shit, and a few other tracks that were on what's it called? The Wednesday interlude. I don't know if you're reading this. It's too late. Which is the only song you like.
The only one I like.
Which is I don't understand. I still like that album. I know you hate it.
Because as you like to refer to him, Aubrey put on this facade about himself that I wasn't buying.
You're fake. You lie.
Yeah. You worship him. He didn't deserve it.
He didn't deserve to be rapping like that. Ho ass.
Yeah, that's how I felt about that.
Okay. What else happened, Yvanna?
Well, you have the what awards are coming up?
The BT Awards. After we were done recording, we saw the nominations came out in
the Bullshit Entertainment Awards.
I mean, every summer.
Yeah.
Nobody shows up.
No, they do show up now. They've been showing up.
Who?
Beyonce.
When was the last time Drake showed up?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Well, Beyonce, who's bigger, Beyonce or Drake?
We know Beyonce's bigger, but when you have
she showed up while she was pregnant after Grammys.
When you have these hip hop,
even the BET Hip Hop Awards,
and it's not just Drake. It's a plethora of artists who don't show up. Why do I need to care then? You know what I mean?
Well,
like
BET
if
Awards.
you're not showing up.
So how can they change it so that people do show up?
First of all, they need to.
They are taking it a little bit serious.
It's been better over the past few years.
It really has.
But
unpredictable.
Treat it like a damn awards show, man. Require dress and tuxedo.
They got
like y'all can't dress up for one night.
The BT Awards.
Right. We can't be prideful about ourselves as African Americans and Latinos and Latinas. We can't have pride about ourselves where we just show up in just what we wear regularly on a Tuesday out to whatever club is popping. Like we can't dress up and have our own kind of our night to ourselves.
I mean, BET weekend. We didn't go last year, huh? For the first time, huh?
Nah, I'm glad.
I mean, I saw the lineup this year, like who's gonna perform there, and I'm like,
who's the lineup for this year?
Some bullshit.
Really? Damn.
I mean, again.
I mean, the BT experience is dope.
It's cool, but I just, for where we're at now, like 20 years ago, hip hop was just trying to fight the publications and just making a statement that this isn't a fad. Like, we're here to stay.
Like
now, outside of country music, hip hop is probably the most identifiable genre of music that you can think of on the planet right now.
Mm-hmm. And then
why can't we dress up and celebrate ourselves for a night?
Who's like running the show? Like
white folks.
But I mean, why can't they make it like a
because niggas don't know how to act. That's why. Like the BET Hip Hop Awards, no one shows up to the BET Hip Hop Awards. Drake won hella awards and he didn't even show up to that. It's always taped in Atlanta because they know niggas don't know how to act. The only big time artist that showed up there was Jay-Z, and he saw that shit and he was like,
he ain't never been back since.
He only been there twice, and he never showed back there until like he said. And they tape it because we don't have a source. We don't have a Source Awards no more. We don't have a XXL.
Ain't got a Source Awards no more because Young Buck stabbed a nigga.
And then we don't got the Ozone Awards no more. Shout out to Julie Beverly.
Let's just not leave out the fact on why we don't have a Source Awards anymore. I mean, you had the 1995 situation, and then
niggas tried to stab Dre, man. He had to do it.
And then somebody came after Dre, and Buck pulled the knife. Put him in, and that's why if you ever listen to funeral music, when 50 goes at Cam, when he says attempted murder, get a year on probation. Cam, is this really what you want to be facing? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he was talking about, the Source Awards, and that's why we don't got that.
The BET Awards, like every Sunday when the BET Awards comes up, I'm glued to the TV just to be on Twitter because Twitter is just great. And you know why I want to be on Twitter? Because the only category I really care about is the best female rapper category. That's the only
one with controversy.
Only one I want to see if BET's going to pull the trigger. Because honestly, BET's the one choosing this. Not the fans. BET's choosing this.
Are you going to do a BET?
Are you going to do it? Are you going to invite Nicki Minaj and tell her, oh, you going to win, have her perform, and then fucking just say, and the winner for best female rapper is...
The only thing I know is they're not picking Remy.
Why not?
They're not picking Remy because you're going to have beef with Nicki. You don't want to have beef with Nicki.
Why?
At this point, is that really such a bad thing?
Why not?
It's politics. You just don't want to do it.
I mean, artistically, though, is that really such a bad thing?
I mean,
we all heard No Frauds. We've all seen how No Frauds has disappeared from the charts.
That's why I didn't understand why she performed it. She performed it?
She just performed it on the
performed
Billboard.
it, but...
why is it even...
Well, because at the time it debuted technically on the Billboard, and it did hold a top 3 spot.
For 24 hours?
Probably.
She still got the
just enough time to get the okay.
Oh, he can show up and perform that bullshit.
But artistically, is BET really risking anything? It's not like 2009, when Cash Money was really running everything, and you had to.
The only person running
they're not picking Remy.
Okay,
they'll pick Cardi.
I will say this.
Can I go down to nominations?
Well, hang on, because there's a strong possibility they do pick Remy, because out of all of them, Remy's the one that had an album that came out this year
with Fat Joe,
and Cardi B, and the record was #1. They're like triple platinum off that record.
Yeah, Yvanna. They have no choice.
They're not picking Remy.
Because what has Nicki done besides No Frauds before that shit? What has she done to get nominated?
Shit.
Exactly.
She's helping people in
Beyonce
India.
hasn't done shit, and they give her
people in India.
That's
right
before the nominations. Don't be sticking up for her. Like, I'm just saying.
What I want right now, what can I? If Remy does win.
You gonna be so pissed off on the next episode?
Oh, we gonna laugh. It's gonna be an hour of just going.
Drake laugh.
So if Nicki does win, I want y'all motherfuckers to do something. I don't know what.
Oh, so is this a bet?
This is some kind of bet.
Oh, are y'all hearing this?
Wait, if Remy wins, we have to do something?
Wait.
I'm ready.
No, I said if Nicki wins. If Nicki wins, y'all have to do something. I don't know what right now.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if it's push-ups. I don't know if it's...
How can people see us do push-ups?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is.
You're probably going to play No Fraud. Oh, you're going to play No Frauds on repeat during the whole episode.
You got to make a video.
She's probably going to make the soundtrack No Frauds 3 times.
Well, if...
14 times.
Okay,
I'm on my
now, if Remy Ma or Cardi B wins... You got
No. If Remy wins, because I think Cardi B.
Oh,
you didn't hear what I said.
If Remy or Cardi B wins, you gotta have Popeyes fried chicken, not the tenders.
If Remy wins only. Cardi B, I feel like Cardi might be my win.
That's fair enough.
So,
Remy has to win for me to have to eat Popeye's chicken.
So Cardi B, nothing happens. If Cardi
nothing
B,
happens.
That's fair enough.
And if Nicki Minaj wins,
okay, I'm gonna take a Snapchat of this. I'm gonna take a Snapchat of this shit. So I'll say the bet. Say the bet.
If Nicki Minaj wins best female rapper, you guys gotta do something. I don't know what it is. Next. You have to do the other one.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Let's go, Remy!
What can I have y'all do?
Nah, but you gotta talk But if Remy does win, she has to eat fried chicken.
Yep.
Popeye's fried chicken.
KFC.
No bueno.
Yup.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the bet. That's the bet. It's in writing. It's going to be in my memories. I'm going to post it on Instagram. That's the bet. And then when that happens, we all will be sitting like a family. Yeah, so he really did laugh like that. Like he's like anyway, like
he laughed like he was going to start a beatbox. And then it just stopped. And I was like,
oh, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you?
Bro, we have to do like a top 10 funny laughs.
You know the Tom and Jerry meme where it's Jerry and it's like blurred out and it's like, nigga, what?
Yeah,
that's exactly how it was like.
But like I said, I back to the convo. This is why I really want this to happen. I want them to invite Nicki and be like, yeah, you're going to win. And I think you sure I'm going to win? Yeah, here's the paper, you're going to win. And have her show up, have her perform. And then when they announce the category and then winner for best female rapper, and they say Remy Martin, and they cut to Nicki just to see the look on her face.
Barb's a fucking tack.
Barb's a fucking attack.
I would love to see that cut shot right to Nicki.
But also,
that probably would be the meme of 2017.
But then at the same time, if Cardi B wins, I have this feeling. It's like I've had this gut feeling since I've seen Cardi B.
Cardi B's gonna win.
If she wins, that's probably one of the greatest. And I don't want to say
because she's so happy.
I don't want to say rags to riches in a negative connotation, but that'll be probably one of the biggest rags to riches story in like recent.
But if she wins, but I have this feeling that Nicki's gonna diss her. I don't know why.
It won't be wise though.
No, but ever since I've seen her on the rise and seeing how she's rapping, I'm like, Nicki's gonna diss this girl one day.
You have said that, and I've said I want Cardi B and Nicki to do a track together.
Well, Nicki wanted to do a song with Lil Kim, and look how that ended up.
Well,
and Lil Kim, and she was always looking up to Lil Kim.
Well, maybe she wanted to do a song with Lil Kim, but she didn't recognize who the hell she was.
That too.
I mean, shit.
But Cardi B's doing her thing.
I don't even know. Have you seen Carmen Electra?
Have you seen Pamela Anderson?
Or Pamela Anderson?
Oh,
I don't recognize any of them no more.
Love yourself. Don't do plastic surgery.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Cardi B.
Yeah.
Shouts out to her. She literally went from
rags to stripping to
just the random loud girl on Love and Hip Hop to. I've actually checked out the music. It's not bad.
I won't listen to it as much.
It's not bad.
But I remember when I had you guys were and y'all was looking at me crazy.
No, because it's hella ratchet.
It's hella ratchet. You guys had some smooth shit. I'm like, hold on, I'm about to bust out.
Well, you're talking about. See, the other bet I wanted to say is you have to listen to Damn on repeat for a week.
That's not that bad.
Yeah,
that's like telling me,
you got it.
I like Damn.
She likes Kendrick, so that
I like Damn.
But she says Drake is better. You don't like To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, I told you that many times.
You know what I've learned about To Pimp a Butterfly?
It's not for everybody.
It's really not, and it really seems to only be for African American men.
Yeah,
like really, like it.
That's nice.
I really haven't found a woman that supports that album. Like I would.
Diane does.
Well,
she's a different breed.
As a whole, the community as a whole. I
meant that in a good way.
Yeah.
Because I felt like people that listened to that are probably like people that had like what are the classes? The AP classes, like the smart people classes.
I had AP government.
That's what I'm saying. Smart people. That's a good thing.
You went to private school.
Yeah, so all my private school classes you gotta public high school AP.
I had a joke coming. I'm gonna take that out.
But no, there's nothing wrong with it because I recognize the greatness of Lemonade, but Beyonce doesn't speak to me. You know what I mean? Like
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
So like I said, Cardi B, Nicki. I really want Remy to win. So the bet is if Remy Ma wins, she has to eat fried chicken, and we're gonna tape it, and she gonna eat it. And if fucking Nicki wins, man, fuck, I don't know. She'll do something to us.
I'll think of something.
She gonna make us do something. Probably pay for the check or something.
Yeah. Something.
But yeah.
Go on.
What's next?
There was a good portion of music that dropped.
We didn't talk about what's her name.
Well, we'll get to that. But I want to touch on this because there was a good portion of music that came out, including
who?
T-Pain dropping
T-Wayne with Lil Wayne.
Well, not the full version of.
Well,
T-Wayne,
probably what they had so far.
Like 8 tracks of what they showing.
I finally listened to it like today.
Yeah, it was.
Let me look it
up. I'll say this. I went back and I listened to it with 2008, 2009, 2010 ears. Mm-hmm.
How did you prepare yourself to get in that?
I listened to a bunch of music from those years before
I listened to it.
Yeah, because you can't listen.
You can't just go in.
Right, you gotta go back to that time frame and listen to stuff to okay, that's what the sound was.
Right.
I understand that this wasn't the full project, but I will definitely say you probably could pinpoint both of their careers going down the hill to that project. There were 3 good songs that I really felt like if those were the singles, that project would have been at least double platinum, which was Damn Damn Damn, Waste of a Wasp,
yes,
and then the biggest one, which was Snap Your Fingers. And I feel like they couldn't drop Snap Your Fingers because at that point there were already 100 other Snap Your Fingers out, so they probably just sitting on it. But Snap Your Fingers was really that single that would have spearheaded that project.
He sang was pretty dope too.
Right.
Like,
I wasn't feeling that.
You wasn't feeling that one?
Nah. Didn't feel it.
Yeah, and there was another song on there called Breathe.
Yeah.
Which had the Diddum on them beat.
It's probably something I'll listen to.
Yeah. If it would have came out around that time period, it would have been a club anthem.
Well, I heard,
not anthem.
Nah, because I heard their version, and the first thing that came to mind was, thank you for being so smart to give that to Nicki.
Yeah, because it did fit Nicki more. Yeah. And I don't want to hear this shit.
Nah, yeah. but everything else, it was just like, oh, man.
When I seen the tracks leak, I had to instantly forward to my brother because my brother loves
He's on a road trip right now.
Yeah, he's on a road trip. Yeah. He's going everywhere. New Orleans, Atlanta.
I saw that. He's partying. Atlanta.
Yeah. But I just couldn't.
You couldn't take it?
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it, not even just 1 second.
Trash! Like I said, those 3 songs, those 3 songs were, I was feeling them. Everything else, I was just like...
But are you ever going to listen to those songs ever again in your
Hell
life?
no.
No, because like I said, those would have been perfect for that time frame.
Yeah,
but I'm not going back to that. Like, we passed that.
Like,
we're in 2017 now.
Like, yeah, it's pretty... for that time period, he was just sitting on them because there was... What label was T-Pain on?
Convict.
Oh.
He was on Convict, and Convict was signed to...
RCA.
Yeah, and Lil Wayne was on Cash Money, so, the
right.
contract disputes and shit like that, so that's probably why it never, ever dropped. So, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of, never too late. Now I just wish Eminem released Relapse too, and then I could die happy.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You can hold on to that.
Yeah, no.
Next one to drop was Uncle Snoop.
Never Left. I haven't listened to that.
So Neva Left was a step up from Kool-Aid. I trashed that album from beginning.
Is that the one that he was on his Jamaican shit?
No, that was Snoop Lion. That's when we went to the mansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This one, the Kool-Aid one, was on some other shit. Like, I was like, man, you must be bored.
That's how I feel when Snoop drops certain albums. I really feel he low-key bored and just wants something to do.
But this one, Never Left. It's got some good tracks on here.
Who's he signed to? Is he just independent?
Himself. Yeah, he's independent.
So he can just do what he wants.
I mean, it's Uncle Snoop. Who the hell's going to tell him no?
How many tracks were there?
16. Wasn't too much.
I was surprised to see, what's that dude? Rick Rock beat? Yeah,
Rick Rock?
Rick Rock. And Nef the Pharaoh was on there.
Too Short.
Yeah, of course. He loves the bag.
There was some good tracks I liked on. The one with K Camp, Trash Bags. I like that. Go On with October London. I like that one. The Mount Cushmore with Redman, Meth Man, and Be Real.
It's hella like weed shit.
I like that.
I mean,
but then you also and then you remember the Dogfather when he redid Vapors?
Yeah.
Battle Cat remixed that. It was actually a pretty decent remix. And Charlie Murphy, and they actually had some, or not Charlie Murphy, I'm sorry,
Wilson,
Uncle Charlie Wilson.
Charlie Wilson.
And I was thinking of Charlie Murphy because they actually have unreleased background vocals from Tina Marie.
Oh.
And I was thinking Charlie Murphy because Tina Marie and Rick James.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But yeah, so that was on there for the remix. That was actually cool to hear.
Okay.
And actually, K-Dot makes a special appearance.
How is he just talking?
There's like a little interlude, and this kid goes up and he goes, "Hey, K-Dot, you hear that new Snoop? Man, it's like he's back again. And then K-Dot's like, nah, little homie, you got it twisted.
He never
Snoop
left.
never left. And then it goes right into the song.
At this point, Snoop Dogg can just drop whatever. I was just saying right now, like, well, why should Snoop Dogg drop an album? Like, why the fuck not? He could drop whatever he wants. He could drop a reggae album. I'm saying he could drop a children's album if he really wants to. He really can.
You know what it is? It's like he is the legitimate ambassador for hip hop.
He really is.
Like because he transcends into everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
He's in everything.
I think when I went to Cuba, I heard some Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
Snoop's everywhere.
He's
Everywhere.
it's Uncle Snoop.
Yeah.
Like
Snoop
I say, I didn't
Dogg.
feel Kool-Aid, but it was like you can't be mad. It's just Uncle Snoop.
Snoop.
Like
It's
it's
like,
like all right, man, it's just Snoop.
It's Snoop.
Snoop.
Whatever.
It's trash, but it's
That's
it's
why
Snoop.
when he decided to change his name to Snoop Lion, I'm like, nigga, shut up. You Snoop Dogg.
But you know what he's doing next, right?
A children's album?
A gospel album.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
He's doing everything.
I'm looking forward to that.
What happened to his show? He had like that show.
With Martha Stewart?
Martha Stewart?
No,
Oh, the one
He
on
was
MTV?
No, it was like he had his own show.
Oh,
It was like
he has
a web series.
GTV.
it's still on there. He does.
He still does that?
Yeah, it's on. He has a podcast for that too.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing everything.
It's
Doing
just
everything.
it's a back burner because you know that when you're working with Martha Stewart, that money looks bigger.
Right.
So
But Martha
He's just
Stewart
like
gets
he was
it too.
retired and just doing everything.
yeah,
he
that was a
does.
perfect match.
Yeah, Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And if we go to the Bay, Goapele dropped her album.
Woo!
Now, can I say
Well, take the stage.
Guap-
It's your time to glow.
my time to gloat?
On behalf of a dear friend to the
Of
show.
a dear friend to the show, Outrageous Karina. She helped co-write this, not the album, but a certain track 5, Take It Over.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me about it because I remember she snuck off to LA and shit. And she wasn't telling me, oh, I'm working on something. I'm, fuck you working with? You tell me everything. The fuck? And then when we were filming for Anonymous's album, she showed up on the first day and she told me, oh, I was helping on Goapele's album. I don't know if it's gonna make it. And then I remember she sent me the text message going like, oh, they're gonna use it for the album and da 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 da. And I was like, what? And I heard the song, I heard the reference track and shit,
Aww.
and it made the EP. It's one of the best tracks, one of the best ones.
How
Take It
amazing
Over.
is that?
For Karina, I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
I want her to rap more,
Good for
but
her.
you know, songwriting, that's where the real money comes in. So
And I like how she's just getting into everything. Like
She's-
songwriting, and then she's doing her engineering thing, and then she still has all those unreleased songs.
yeah,
her
I know.
rapping,
Yeah, Karina, you should
her
release
vault.
them songs, Karina. I know you
Yeah.
won't be listening. You should
Yeah.
release these motherfucking songs because I have them on my phone and on my laptop, and I listened to them the other day, and I'm like, why can't she release these motherfuckers? That's another topic, but. Yeah, man, I'm happy for Karina.
Yeah, props
I'm happy
to her.
for Karina and the album itself, Goapele.
Dude,
she did
the
her
EP
thing.
is probably gonna be the best EP I've heard this year.
Ever
This year.
this year. Okay,
Yeah. The interludes. I got pissed off when the interludes ended. They were just too short.
Yeah.
that's the whole point
Very
of an
short.
interlude.
Well,
Very
that's what I'm saying.
short.
So, damn, I wasn't in a full-fledged
One
song.
Yeah.
Like, it's usually I can pinpoint top 3 tracks.
Yeah,
For this one, I got to play it back a couple times to find those because from the first and second listens, it just flows so smoothly.
it does.
I've only listened to it once, but I have off top, and for me, Cool Breeze.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Cool
about.
Cool Breeze is a great outro.
Me, it's, because I'm biased. Take It Over. That's the song that Karina wrote. So, hey, man, Goapele shot.
She's so underrated and
She
underappreciated when it
Under-
comes to the industry.
Yeah.
She's a legend out here in the Bay Area. But
Plus,
you get out, I say you get outside of California as a whole, I don't feel a lot of people
kind
know about her.
That's why shout out to Drake because he's on comeback season. He did that cover of it,
Right.
So he got another singer sing it, but
Man, nah, the Dreamseeker.
He
Go,
referenced her.
go cop
yeah,
that.
yeah, Dreamseeker. And then we're gonna talk about The King and I. 20. It wasn't 28 tracks. It was 25. Like that's even better. Only person I could listen to at least 20 plus tracks is Anonymous, but he's smart about it because he has 2 minutes and they're fire. This bullshit. The King and I is, I guess, a collab album. I guess Faith Evans is getting her Nat King Cole on, and she gets her late husband Biggie, and they copy and paste lyrics from all his his 2 albums and probably his Junior Mafia records and a few unreleased shit because he's not Pac, and they gave a 25 track album that nobody wanted.
First of all, who authorized this, man?
She did. Probably Diddy bigged her head up. Like, if this was only for, like, her family, like Diddy's family and shit like that, and the Wallace family, you can make it for them. Give it to them. I don't want to hear this shit.
Give it to them.
Like, honestly, I know, like, the Bad Boy documentary is coming out next month, and, it's like the 20-something anniversary of the label. Whatever. But There was some good tracks on there, but I was listening when I was waiting for you guys. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make an attempt to listen to this shit. So I closed my eyes, started listening, and then I got halfway through and I started skipping songs, and I was like, you know what? I'm never, ever, 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 ever gonna listen to this again. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. I'm sorry. This came out in like 3 years after Biggie died. Maybe even 2004. I probably would have listened to it. But now, it's been years. Faith Evans isn't really...
Biggie duets.
People just want to keep the legacy alive. I think that's what
people
are doing for... I know, but...
Yeah, like, if he had 300 unreleased tracks, then it's like, okay, cool, like, keep him coming.
And his birthday just passed.
They've literally been reusing his verses for the last 3 albums or 4 albums he's been on. It was Dead Wrong. Remember, they reused some of those ones on Dead Wrong.
No, that was an actual unreleased track, by the way.
No, not. What was the name of was it Born Again? That was the name of the project.
Yeah, but Dead Wrong was
what I mistook the album name. I thought it was called Dead Wrong.
Well, Born Again.
But
it was Dead Wrong to release that
They
bullshit.
still reused some verses on that, and then we got to the Biggie duets, and those were all previously used, and then
we get to this bullshit.
Right? It's.
I mean, I understand.
I'm just trying to figure out
how to continue his legacy. But they released that bullshit ass movie. Speaking of that bullshit ass movie, they got a fucking a snippet from that movie. They got the actual actor that played Biggie in The Notorious,
and he got arrested, didn't he?
No, that's Suge Knight. That's how he plays Suge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
he hasn't left character yet.
Yeah, pretty much. Probably is who he is. Anyway, yeah. So they talked. They used that little clip from Notorious, and I was just listening. Like, why do you have this nigga on here? Well, It's just a whole bunch of bullshit. They should have just left this alone, left it in the vault, because nobody asked for this. I don't care. Nobody except these fucking Biggie stands.
Is there any music released by his son? Because I just saw on one of the awards.
He was on the Billboard Awards. He got hella skinny.
I didn't even... He was unrecognizable to me.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
Diddy presented him and was like, this is a new... I guess he's a rapper.
I never knew CJ rapped.
Neither did I.
I think...
No, his son Diddy's raps.
Well,
Diddy's
it shows up in Google.
Raps.
It does show up in Google. CJ Wallace, rapper.
Yeah, because he presented him like Biggie's son, son, CJ, whatever. He has some new music coming out or something.
They ain't gonna listen to that.
Being a rapper.
They could continue Biggie's legacy, and New York people could say all they want that he's the greatest rapper of all time, and you can see why Funk Flex got mad and all this other shit. At the end of the day, he only had 2 albums and died. Should have stayed his ass out of Cali. Damn, that's too harsh.
Wow,
yeah,
that was a bit
that's
harsh.
too harsh. That's too harsh. Let's take that back.
Take it back.
But you're not wrong in that he should have. You're not wrong in that he should have stayed out of California for
I was just going on the tangent.
Maybe a few more months. Just till some stuff.
Maybe a year. How about that?
Yeah, I mean it's just
he wasn't even supposed to be there. He's supposed to be in London.
Yeah.
But no, I'm
Side story, did you know Shaq was supposed to be with him that night?
A lot of people were supposed to be with Biggie that night.
Really?
Diddy was supposed to be in that car.
Shaq was supposed Well, there's a theory going around that they wanted to target Puff.
Yeah.
But he was in the car ahead and they caught them. But as Shaq recalls, which you take it with whatever
with a grain of salt,
because Shaq is known to
be everywhere.
But Shaq's recollection of it was he was out here, and it was obviously when he was after he had in the middle of the first season with the Lakers.
He got drafted in '96.
No, Shaq got drafted in '92.
And I'm talking with the Lakers. I mean, he signed in '96.
Yeah.
Oh wow, shit.
And he was supposed to be with him that night.
Why were they supposed to link up?
Because they were just in L.A.
Okay.
And but he fell asleep. And he didn't wake up until his phone started ringing. And everybody's like, "Yo, are you good?" He's like, "The hell are you talking about?"
Biggie died, bro.
Yeah, and then.
Did Shaq say that recently, or
he's been saying that over the years.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And it's not necessarily like he brings that story up to say, on one hand, I could have been in the car, and then he also says, on the flip side, it could have possibly been different if they saw him with me.
They could have really shot him.
No, if they saw him with me, it could have been canceled because it's like, yo, that's Shaq. Like, you know what I'm saying? The love for the Lakers. Y'all don't understand the love for the Lakers down in Los Angeles.
I believe
You've seen how trash we've been these 4 years, and we're still the #1 sports team down there. Like,
I know.
The love for the Lakers out there. So that's his thought process is, on one hand, I could have been in the car, nobody saw me, and I could have been shot up. On the flip side, I also could have been there, and I probably could have. Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Really is crazy. But, yeah, besides that bullshit, the King and I don't care. Did y'all even try bother listening to it?
No.
I listened to the first track.
I listened to
three.
sorry.
Listen to.
Sorry, not sorry.
I'm not sorry because I was going to do it, and then 3/4 into the first track.
It was the intro too.
Yeah, I turned on The Office when I was watching.
I mean, there is like an unreleased vocals on there that was produced by Ninth Wonder, but am I gonna go back and listen to it? No.
Nah.
Next subject: Katy Perry and Miley Cyrus decided to switch, personalities. Miley Cyrus decided to become white again, and I guess Katy Perry decided, you know what, I'm gonna be ghetto now. What the fuck, man? What's up with this shit?
Awkward hand movements.
Yeah, Katy Perry was on SNL this past weekend, and she just gave a very cringeworthy performance of Bon Appetit with Migos, and it was just what are you doing?
I don't think they rehearsed or anything, because if
They
you see
did.
how she was blocking Migos on the table, you couldn't even see them. They're like sitting behind her, and she was blocking them, and then when she got up, she was just weird. It was just odd.
It was odd.
It was off.
The whole shit was off. It was weird.
But the video was good.
Video's dope. And the song's alright. But I don't know what's going. I don't know why Katy Perry decided to do that, because this ain't the first time she's like done stuff with rappers and shit.
That's what's the most confusing thing about it.
Like California, because the thing is, she was still herself. Right. And when she brought the rappers in there, it fit.
Right.
So it's
California Girls.
E.T. with Kanye. What was the song with Juicy J?
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. Yeah. So it's like, and then you try to get, and she did a song with 2 Chainz that I forgot about, but it don't matter. But Katy Perry, I like Katy Perry because she's herself. Now she cut her hair and she's has blonde hair and tried to be all ratchet. You're trying to prove Taylor Swift's point, man. I don't like Taylor Swift.
There was nothing ratchet about what she was doing. I think that she was just doing some weird, wannabe hip hop hand movement that was just fucking weird.
It wasn't sincere.
Yeah,
we can all agree on that.
Yeah,
it wasn't sincere.
Like with Miley Cyrus. Now all of a sudden we can talk about this for the past few weeks.
I'm glad we actually waited so that way we could have Yvanna back.
Yeah.
Out of jail.
Yeah. I don't know what you did, man.
Yeah.
Stomp out somebody with some Timbs or what?
Okay.
New York shit.
The whole Miley Cyrus situation. I'm glad in a certain way that she said it, because it brought about some great think pieces in regards to the truth behind the fact that these teenage pop stars, when they feel like their image is too wholesome and their fans grow up with them and their fans grow out of it, they feel like the need to become more risque and rebellious is to go with black culture, as if that's
the end thing to do.
Right. Like we're only here to rebel and go against.
And it could be a mask too, to be like, I'm not racist. I had this song with this black guy.
Or maybe around that time period, that's when Miley Cyrus broke up with her boyfriend.
Yeah, it was to get back at ex.
That's why she was with Mike Will Made It and shit. And then as soon as she got back with her ex, all that shit stopped. She stopped being ratchet and everything, and I was like, huh. And then she started talking against Nicki, and, well, that's a whole other story. But all of a sudden, I go on fucking Instagram, and I see her with long hair again and everything, and going embracing her country roots again. I'm like, oh, so Hannah Montana's back. Because I remember even
Hannah Montana.
when I was... You love Hannah Montana?
Yeah.
Yeah, her show was kind of...
That show. I used to watch that show.
I remember back in the day, I used to watch that shit, and I was high, and I was watching it. I was like, this shit's low-key funny.
You had to be high.
Yes.
For it to be funny.
Yep. But I remember I was in the grocery store one day, and I just randomly heard that Hannah Montana song from the movie, The Other Side or whatever. Like, that's random. I haven't heard this song in hella long. And then lo and behold, I look on Instagram. I'm like, oh, so she's going back to what she knows. Okay. And then she goes and does interviews saying that she doesn't listen to hip-hop no more.
Yeah, it's just...
After you just did that shit when Mike Will Made It, and he produced fucking... What was the song?
It wasn't just that. It was how she portrayed it.
Yeah.
She's like, nowadays... hip-hop is just about that. And it's like, no, the popular hip-hop that's always getting constantly on, who, again, gets pushed by people who have their own agendas than actually looking out for the culture as gatekeepers. Mm-hmm. It's what they push. But if you listen to a J. Cole record, she mentioned Kendrick, so we won't go there, but if you listen to J. Cole, you listen to Joey Badass. If you get down into Big Sean's records,
yeah,
Wale, Crit, who else, the list goes on, Chance. The list goes on. But
she
and
just
on
goes
and
with
on.
the Black Twitter popular rappers.
Exactly.
That's exactly what she was talking about.
She gave off this really insincere and downright fucktard of a damn response.
Yeah.
It's like, because that's all they talk about in hip hop. It's like, no, that's not all we talk about.
You were embracing that shit when you were twerking on Robin Thicke?
Right.
The fuck?
Yeah, but it's different now because you're older.
I mean,
if anything, if you're older, why don't you just listen to
Kendrick?
The hip hop
well, she did say she liked Kendrick.
Ages and has some maturity to it. Like it's
that's fucked up to just put all of that in, like, define hip hop and it just be like,
right.
Oh, they're just talking about that.
And I mean that's why I say it time and time again, man. It's one thing to have fun, because Lord knows I do it when I joke around on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, this is the next big thing or whatever. But it's clear I'm having sarcasm.
But sometimes people take that shit too damn serious.
It's that, and we just gotta be better at controlling our own culture.
Right, because if you're an artist, and you see that, or kind of, you could be like, you know what, I'm not gonna work with this person because they're just doing it to exploit me. But then people want to get that. People, like artists, want to get their name out to like white people. They want white people to listen to your music, and they want to branch out. So they think that if I work with you, my shit's gonna hit the
like
the
what
chart.
Donald Glover did when he said Bad and Boozy was the best thing on the Golden Globes, and then it skyrocketed. But continue.
No. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of a give and take, though. Like,
definitely.
You have these people, or these, the Miley Cyrus and them exploiting black people and using them to be like, oh, I'm rebellious, whatever. Then you also have those black people that are like, okay, this is a good look for me to work with you because I'm going to be opening up my fan base. And...
But there's a vast difference in the approach.
Yeah.
It's like usually when a rapper agrees to jump on a Katy Perry song, it's like, it's that mind frame. Okay, it's going to broaden my horizons. It's actually a good record.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On the flip side, it's always like, yeah, let me submerge myself in this culture and let me be down for it.
That's what she did with Migos. That was just weird.
When I turn 23, 24, let me distance myself from it and get away from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference in that somebody that wants to broaden their fan base, there's nothing wrong with that. Somebody that just wants to be rebellious and they want to use this culture to bring out the rebellious side. Make money off of it and then backpedal and backtrack and then pretty much demonize it afterwards. Like, oh yeah, I was just going through my young age phase, but I'm much more grown than that now. It's like,
that's fucked up.
Fuck out of here.
And it's not just Miley. There's a long ass list.
About herself?
Doesn't matter. She's like, she was crying during her little performance, and white people welcomed her back. But there's some people are calling her out, like Cosmo. Was it Cosmo? Or young Cosmo said, "Oh, Miley Cyrus wants to be white again." Like she wants to be white again. Oh, okay. Even white people calling her out on bullshit. I mean, she already has her fan base, and it is what it is. Like, I kind of fucked with like the record when she would try to be black. What was that record called? What was that album called? Huh? The record that she dropped.
Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, Miley Cyrus.
I don't know what the album was. I just remember the track 23.
I remember Wrecking Bar.
The Jordan jersey.
Right.
Yeah, the one with Wrecking Ball and fucking We Can't Stop. Like, that album was kind of low-key dope for what it was when Mike Will made it produce shit. Like, it was low-key dope. And I'm like,
Those records were nice.
They were nice back in 2013. And then, all these white artists always have their little black phase. Justin Bieber had it. Miley Cyrus had it. And I guess Katy Perry had it. And it's going to blow up in her face.
Can I just say that there's always a silver lining from this? And as a result of this, I've really come to appreciate Mac Miller a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Just in the sense of
he had the chance to.
He had the chance to be like, I'm going to move past just being hip-hop and I'm going to, use my white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
But he made a point and he's like, nah, this is my culture. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like
Eminem.
Right. I mean, it's just, can we just appreciate those artists who don't get into this game to make money off of us? They get into this game because this is really an art form to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to say that because artists like that need to be commended. Where they're not trying to come in and try to vulture us. They just want to add.
But black folks need to accept them.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to accept them and try and stop acting like, oh, you white, you don't know nothing about the culture.
Right. Mac Miller's dope. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Mac Miller's cool. I've rocked with Mac Miller for a while.
With man, like when he won his Grammy, and instead of like thinking of everybody, he was like, yeah, let me just thank all the rappers that inspired me. He named off Rakim, LL Cool J, all the people that came before him, and it's just like, appreciate these white folks that actually appreciate the culture and know their place.
Right.
But, yee, indeed. Shout out to G-Eazy. That rhymed.
Yeah. So we dive into sports section.
LaVar Ball.
LaVar Ball, man.
Ball, whatever.
LaVar had an up and down week.
Up and down, yeah.
Literally an up and down week.
He blew a 3-1 lead. Pretty much what happened.
There's no way I can defend it.
You were defending him, and then that happened.
No. It wasn't I was defending him. It was I never defended him for the Kyrie situation. I was just giving you some insight where it was like, well, he was wrong about one thing, so chances are he didn't know, but at the end of the day, it doesn't excuse him. You got to know what the hell you're talking about before you open your mouth.
Yeah.
So LaVar Ball had received some criticism from Kristine Leahy and Jason Whitlock on FS1.
Fuck that nigga.
For those who know of Jason Whitlock, he used to be on ESPN, and he's kind of deemed as a coon.
He is one.
That's pretty much that's his reputation.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, especially in the writing world.
Like
He said some real outlandish shit.
And he said a lot of shit about Cavs.
Usually I don't mind. I don't mind talks about Kobe. Like, to me, it's like either you love Kobe or you hate Kobe. There's no in between. So for that, I really don't care. It was just some of the stuff he would say about Kobe. It was like, that really has nothing to do with him on the basketball court, how you're defending everybody else that you pick sides on. So why are you bringing this up?
You say
What is that? Okay, so, but when I saw the interaction between LaVar and Girl,
right,
he had nothing to do with really it. Do you think he did?
No. So this is how it all connects. So 2 weeks before, they were obviously LaVar came up as a topic.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's the topic.
They brought up the fact that, this is when the shoes came out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And how Kristine was saying, I wouldn't pay for those shoes. As a woman, I wouldn't buy it. Just, okay, you have your opinion. I'm also one where I can really read undertones very well.
Okay.
And they said some shit that was really outlandish and pretty much cast him as a bad father.
Mm-hmm.
So what did they say exactly?
And this was a few episodes later where they're talking about how Lonzo looks scared in public, like he wants to go against his father. He doesn't want to disappoint him. He just really looks like a robot. I understand undertones
because he hasn't said anything.
No. I understand he has said he's done his interviews. I understand undertones very well. What they were trying to do was they were trying to stir the pot and make synonymous loud black father, violent black father.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to say Lonzo's scared of him because he's a loudmouth, and if you go against your father, he's probably going to beat you up and put you in your place.
Yeah.
That's the image they were trying to portray of him. And I caught that with a few others as well. And to me, it was like, that's so fucking disrespectful.
And they're white folks. Because
you have a father who his kids haven't done anything wrong. They're law-abiding citizens. They all have received college scholarships.
UCLA.
One's about to be a top 3 pick at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What has he done wrong?
It's just the dad that's just talking.
Right, but that's, to me, that's not a crime. Like, everybody knows everybody has
seem like it was a crime. They're just saying that, okay, your dad is outspoken, and you're just sitting there just like...
letting it happen.
But
you're not saying much of anything.
It wasn't even that. It was how they were talking about it. And like I said, I understood that undertone very well.
All right, so coming off the rip, we're siding with LaVar because he's being low-key not bullied, but you're just
I don't want to call it being bullied, but they're talking about his parenting method, and there's nothing wrong with his parenting method. His kids are law-abiding citizens. They've gotten scholarships. So what's wrong with it?
So just fast forward to what happened.
So to go, like, I see where you're trying to come from, but it's not like his kids are out acting wild, but they just happen
nobody said that.
Trust me, they've been highly... If they're not coming out to say it...
The undertones.
Yes.
Right. We're going off the undertones.
Exactly.
Okay.
So...
Let's go off the undertones.
So, when now he comes onto the show last week, and he's talking with Colin Cowherd, and Kristine tries to compliment him, and he won't look back at her.
Which is rude.
I will say this. He then didn't look back at her, but he addressed her and said, stay in your place.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your place.
Which he did.
So, he never called her out of her name. Addressed her. Just wasn't in the way that she wanted it. Which
she wanted it. Anybody would agree that how he addressed her was not nice in any way, shape, or form.
And if it was in any other topic, if it just had to do with the baller brand, I'm not paying for that amount. I could completely side with you.
Keeping on topic, you're talking about the shoes.
No.
She asked how much did you sell? How much did you, and he struck a nerve with him.
We're getting to that eventually.
Okay.
We're still focused on the undertone of pretty much saying your son is scared of you. You're a bad father because you don't let your chances are if your son speaks out against you, you're gonna blow up. Mm-hmm. So from that standpoint, I side with him because if you're gonna call out anybody's parent, if you're gonna disrespect them, that's fair game. You don't have to address them.
Okay, cool. But why don't you explain to the people so that you don't look like a bad guy at the end of the day? Because he still looks like a bad guy. You should be like, okay, you know what?
You know what it is? Because he's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't. So it doesn't matter.
No, he could go a certain way.
It doesn't. It honestly,
especially with the type of person he is.
It honestly doesn't matter. He said he could beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1 and everybody lashed out like he said he was going to commit highway robbery. For what? Because he said he felt like he could beat somebody 1-on-1 who just because it happens to, in some eyes, Michael Jordan's a god to them. Like, that's why he's a bad guy. That's really when they started painting a picture of a bad guy for him. When he said he could beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1. And it's been trickling down ever since.
But he just keeps...
he's playing a role.
He's playing a role.
Which might not even be a role. It's just how he is. I mean, he's a personal
imagine
trainer.
if LeBron had that before he got drafted.
Then hell on earth.
Imagine if he would have been some Paul Heyman shit.
But
anyway, go on.
But yeah, he just said stay in your lane, and he also said something that I don't think a lot of people caught, but I definitely caught.
What did he say?
Which was when she tried to talk, and he looked back and he says, "I'm not going to speak to you because I'm afraid of you."
Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah,
for those
that multiple times.
Yeah,
for those who actually caught.
Said, you remind me of Saw, the movie, which is a scary movie.
For those who actually caught what he was saying,
yeah, I knew what he meant by that.
Just think of Get Out.
Exactly.
You have a black man and a white woman.
And you remember the alternate
She's reporting on.
No. We're talking about the history of this country, so you have to factor that in. It's not just about asking him a question. It's now if you don't get the response that you want, she tried it. She tried to flip it on him to make it seem like he said something else when she tried to put her nose into the baller brand business to say, well, I feel like you should market to women. And he said, well, I'm not marketing to women. That's not my goal. There's nothing wrong with that.
But the way he came off when he said it.
But to me, there's not a good enough point because then when you factor in the Jordan brand, Jordan don't really market to women.
Okay, let's step
when you market to the LeBron, when was the last time LeBron had a product that a woman was being marketed towards? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
LaVar, whatever his name is, LaVar, right? LaVar. She went on to the website and there's a thing to press and it says women, and he's selling shirts to women. So how does what she say not make any sense? He's selling shirts to women.
It wasn't that it didn't make sense. It was that, again, if she was talking about the baller brand only, it's all fair game. She has every right, and he has a responsibility to respond to her.
She's saying, why don't you market to women?
No. It's that after the fact you've made a comment about him as a parent.
But the thing was, okay, so pretty much that happened, and then let's get to what really got everyone up in arms, what got her all scared and shit when he said.
He mocked her.
No. It was the fact that she tried to twist his words. When he said when she goes, you're being disrespectful, and then time out. It also led to Jason Whitlock, which I thought was one of the funniest parts of the show. That part was funny. Jason Whitlock has said some really outlandish shit about him. Mm-hmm. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever he said back to him, that was fair game. So when it came time to say, just like Colin was saying, well, Jason Whitlock said this about you, and he was like, I really don't care what Jason Whitlock had to say about me because it seems like the only thing Jason Whitlock is credited to talk about is snacks. That was fair game to me. That was funny. That was really fair game to me. And the part where he said, I know why he hates me. Because I'm a trainer. And if he comes into my house, I'm going to make him work out. That was funny as hell.
That was funny.
But that's what led into the next. That's what led into the next thing, which was, then she goes out, oh, so you're disrespecting women and you're calling it's okay to make fun of
So she's wrong for that?
No. Mm-mm. It's not that she's wrong for that. He never disrespected women in the first place. All she said was...
She disrespected him.
No.
She was disrespected.
No. Listen. All she said was, you don't market to women. And he said, well, I'm not in the business. Big Baller isn't marketing towards women. That's not disrespectful.
No, that's not what I'm saying was disrespectful.
But
what I'm saying is that how he treated her off the rip is what her saying, you're disrespecting
She
me.
didn't cite that. She said, oh, so you disrespect women because you're not selling to them and you say it's okay to make fun of people with snacks? So she already made it a point to target on what he said he wasn't going to do as what was disrespectful. She didn't make a point to say, you're not turning around to talk to me. She made it a point to...
You're disrespecting me right now.
You're disrespecting me. But then she also went in, so you disrespect women because you won't market to women and you make fun of people who are selling snacks. She was just trying to make a point. It was just but you see how that works, though. She tried to flip his words on against him. So that's why he said, I never said I disrespected women.
Right.
So
So then that's where he came in and was like, I don't disrespect women. But then I think she rebutted and said, you just disrespected me.
I think we have the clip on right now.
She scared Lonzo. Lonzo scared me.
I don't know if y'all hear it.
That's why I don't look that way. I don't look over there because she scares me. I'm thinking of Saul right now.
See.
Leave me alone. I'll tell you 400-500 pair.
So she's a reporter. Her job is to
She can report to whoever she wants behind her.
I'm
talking to you, Colin.
Well, what is your problem with me?
And my problem is you are
I don't know if y'all hear it.
Why
I would never wear a Big Baller shirt. But
No,
good. Don't even talk to me. But I heard you say it. I'm not even worried about it.
I said that I wouldn't wear something that
It says Big Baller. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
With all due respect, you're a great reporter. Just not reporting on me.
I have a right to say what shirt I would and wouldn't wear.
Uh-oh. Welcome to Big Baller Zone.
Well, no, I think I
like
this is
Petty,
so
Petty.
No.
Oh, you tell me now.
I didn't say it was offensive.
Yeah.
I just said, if you want to, work with Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour to maybe have something that
He was
appeals to
fighting
women.
Petty with
I
Petty.
thought
Which
that was a legit. I mean, I don't really agree, but I thought that was a
is not a good thing.
But you got to understand, he's not going to the NBA, and he's not trying to get a day job with ESPN. So the same rules that we uphold for everybody else, they really don't apply to him. They're the ones that keep inviting him on.
Yeah, because for ratings.
Exactly.
You're going to have to have women who like your brand.
Yeah, if you have a women's company. But anyways.
Oh, so you're not marketing to
We're
women.
talking about Big Baller brand. Okay.
Yeah, but Big Baller brand has women clothing.
I do this and I do that. No, Lonzo's a ball player. He is who he is. And like I said, and going back to Whitlock, I don't think he can comment on anything but snacks.
Absolutely harsh.
It's don't be harsh because he want to be harsh on me.
So you disrespect women and people for their weight?
No, that's what you say. I didn't say nothing about
no. You just said that to me.
Like I told her, I'm not even worried about you.
See, you just said that to me.
Like I said, Whitlock, I don't want to look you in the eye. You scare me to death.
Oh.
Like I said,
thank you.
Yes.
They wouldn't want to work with you anyway because you don't respect women. So.
Here's the.
She's after you today.
Oh, I don't respect women, but I'm the one that's married. I'm good. Well, she can say what she wants. She's trying to put. I never disrespect women.
I don't know if y'all hear it.
But I tell you what, if you act like that,
you did on the show today.
Something's coming to you.
Something's coming to you.
Yeah, and then
wait, are you threatening me?
Oh, yeah, she tried to turn the words.
So that's not threatening words. You have something coming for you. That's not threatening words. That's not threatening language. Just answer the question. I just want to know.
JC,
You can be perceived as that, but
it can be perceived. Just a yes or no.
I just said yes. It can be perceived as that. Yeah.
Okay.
let's bounce around the question.
Definitely. But we knew what the hell he was talking. We knew he wasn't gonna do anything. Or he's talking about karma.
But, I don't think he's gonna freaking do anything.
But the way he said it, when I said it, I was like, nigga, why did you say that? When I saw it, like, why did you say that
like,
to
that's
a
why
white
people
woman?
have PR or just people to help them with interviews and help them to just not do stuff like this. Because when you have your face back to somebody and still talking to them but not looking at somebody, that's a straight sign of disrespect. If you're not looking at me in the eyes, you're still speaking and still responding to me, it would have been better if he would have just not even responded to her at all. Like, you've disrespected me, I'm not going to speak to you. But you're still answering her questions, you're still bouncing back and forth and still talking and still saying stuff like, you have stuff coming for you. I don't think that. He just should have went about it in a different way.
Possibly.
Or had help.
Possibly, but again, what I stand from is that you're dealing with a personality who isn't going pro, has no interest in being a part of any networks, and you guys keep bringing him on, and then you complain about it afterwards. whose fault is it?
It's ratings.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're bringing him on for ratings, and then when he gives them a response that they may not want to hear, now it's a problem. They want to complain about
It's
it.
just how you go about it.
Well, you had his back on that.
So
Everything was cool for a few days.
And then all of a sudden, I get like these notifications, like
even I hit you up about it.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, wait, okay, let me see what's going on. And I guess Kyrie had made a statement and basically saying, you know, at some point, gotta let your son become a man, and you gotta develop on his own or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I don't believe LaVar spoke maliciously.
Just say the quote.
I feel like he spoke uneducated, like he didn't know the full details of it. Mm-hmm. And that's just as bad in my eyes. Because his whole thing was, I don't even know what the hell he brought up the fact about his parents for. But it was, I guess, trying to be verbatim. It was basically on the accord of saying, you know,
Kyrie said LaVar should let Lonzo be Lonzo and to back off.
Right.
This is what he said to LaVar. LaVar said, Kyrie isn't a father, so you shouldn't be giving me advice. You're not a father.
How are you going to tell me how my son should be?
It's false. He has a daughter that was born last year.
Right, 4-month-old daughter.
And his mama died when he was 4.
Right. I forgot what was the point of the...
So Kyrie was raised in a single-parent home or whatever.
Right. No. But I'm trying to figure out what it was that he said about parents, because he said something to the accord of, you know, Lonzo has both his parents here.
Yeah, Lonzo said Lonzo gets to see his mom. He has, you know, he comes home and his mom is there, his brothers are there.
He has both parents.
He has both parents.
Right. And unless you actually have seen stuff behind the scenes with Kyrie, until this came up, you actually wouldn't know about that. Like, that was something I only knew about because I caught a documentary about him either in between him leaving Duke and going into the draft, or it was after his first year in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I actually forgot about that until
he brought that up.
He brought it up, and I was like, well, wait a minute. First, he's wrong on the court of saying he's not a parent. Like, that's everybody that kind of knows he had a child last year. Which means that if he didn't know about that, chances are he didn't know about his mom, which is a little bit more defensible. But like I said, at the end of the day, you're pretty much speaking on stuff you don't know about. So,
and in that, which is weird, I think that when he was saying it, it didn't seem like you said, he didn't seem like he was coming off malicious. It was just like, there's just two different dynamics. Kyrie, don't speak on how I'm fathering my son, and...
Even though you don't even have a son or have a daughter or like a kid to raise, so it's like he was on a defense mode.
Yeah,
which makes sense. He just said the wrong words,
right? You know, of course, that took off on his own leg, and
yeah, keep talking.
LaVar Ball is just a really polarizing character, and if people are upset about how he goes about it in the media, there's a great response to not being upset. Mm-hmm. Hold the media accountable when they keep putting a microphone in front of this man. Mm-hmm. Without a microphone, you can't hear him. I mean, he could be subjected to a YouTube page of his own where he's talking, or it's possible they'll get a family TV show, and then that's
But it works both ways, because then these people are giving the outlet to at the end kind of make him look dumb and paint a bad picture. So you're having this person say outlandish stuff, and you keep inviting them on so they could just basically dig their own grave. And if you want to be a person that, you know, well, it's just for him it works both ways, because he would want to go on these shows so he could start talking about, you know, the big baller.
He could hype it up. Like it's just there's just everybody, like I said, everybody took him dead ass serious when it's like, from the point of him saying, I could beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1. Yeah. And from that point on, they tried to demonize him. And I'm like, for saying he could beat somebody 1-on-1?
I think he needs a publicist.
Nah, he's too black for that.
Well, see, the thing is, he don't need a publicist because he doesn't want to be in terms of...
You have a brand
that
you're trying to...
Right, but at the end of the day, the brand is... The brand's going to be determined by the three sons, not him. So
but he's obviously taken that role to brand it.
He's taking the role, but at the end of the day, the success and failure isn't going to lie on him. It's going to lie on the success of the boys on the court. So everybody can say, well, he's going to badmouth, he's going to ruin it, this and that. I'll tell you from a standpoint right now, if Lonzo ends up getting drafted by the Lakers and he averages 16 points a season,
He gonna talk that shit.
they're going to talk that shit and Baller Brand's going to start selling. It doesn't matter what his father's going to say.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on how they perform on the court at the end of the day. So that's why
But it wasn't until his dad actually said something that it was even like really that known to a wider range of people. You knew that, you know, off of Lonzo and his skills and everything.
See, I knew about them catching them last year when they were all three of them were on Chino Hills, the high school team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of people caught on, but it wasn't. A lot of people weren't paying attention to. They just knew the story of there's three brothers who were good, and then their father comes into play, and now they're a national story. You can say it's for the right reasons, the wrong reasons.
So I'm gonna just ask you all: do you guys, let's say it was like of affordable price with everything that's happened today, would you buy? Let's say the kicks are like $40.
And they look.
I'd bought a few pairs.
Yeah,
You cop it?
Yeah.
You cop it?
The price tag's the only reason why I haven't got them.
Right.
And like I said, to be fair,
I
I'm
just
not.
want to know what your guys' stance on today as far as everything's happened.
LaVar, like, honest, personally, I don't really like the dude because he's a loudmouth. And like JC tells me, like JC tells me, like as a person, it's just like he just annoys the fuck out of me. Like he talks so much shit. And part of me wants Lonzo to fail so he'd shut the fuck up. But then the other side is just like he's just bigging his son up. If it's like wrestling, he reminds me of Paul Heyman. And his son is Brock Lesnar, and he feels that he's the best thing in the world. So he's going to tell everybody that he's the best in the world. I can understand that, but he has such a loud mouth and so much hype. So his son he better produce.
You know what it is that I don't think a lot of people actually get that he's not just playing a heel in this whole thing.
Bad guy.
It's that he's setting the three of them up to actually be heroes in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
Because at some point, they're all going to reach an age where it's like, Pops, chill. And of course, when you do that publicly, the crowd's going to celebrate, yeah, LaVar, stay in your lane. Way to go, Lonzo. And that's probably going to be exactly what LaVar wanted this whole time.
Well, speaking of your boy, Lonzo, NBA lottery was, last week?
Draft lottery was last Tuesday or Wednesday.
And your Lakers got the number 2 pick.
We got the number 2 pick for the third year in a row now.
So pretty much y'all got Lonzo, pretty much.
Yeah, third year in a row. After what happened yesterday? Shit, I don't know.
What happened yesterday?
The Cavs lost.
Oh.
Which meant that Isaiah Thomas might be expendable. They might get rid of him, and that opens up the door for a point guard, and Lonzo plays point guard. So,
I mean,
just got to hope that that really didn't do much damage.
That kind of leads to the playoffs, but the playoffs so far have been hash.
Yeah, the playoffs have been pretty trash, but I think the reason why I consider them trash compared to everybody else is a little different. I think everybody else wants
Lakers and Cavs.
No. It's that they want they want parity. It's that they want parity. So they want different teams who really aren't the juggernauts to get in. And my whole thing is like, fuck parity.
For real.
I come from where I watch my team win on average. Like it's 2017 now, and on average they won like every 3 or 4 years out of what they've done this decade.
They just want something different. But
right, and I'm like, I don't care about parity.
And plus, the ratings won't even be that good. Imagine if it was Boston and the Spurs in the damn finals. You think anyone gonna watch that shit?
Only hardcore fans are gonna watch it.
Yep.
But yeah, playoffs they got a little interesting yesterday. I didn't really catch the full game. I saw the Cavs were up by 20. I was doing something else. I came back and saw Avery Bradley hit a 3-pointer to win the game, and I was
LeBron only had 11 points in the.
I didn't know much about this game because I thought it was.
I thought it was over.
It was a lock after 20.
It was just done, and then
right.
It was because it was game 3, right?
Game 3.
But it'll last on for at least a game 5.
It's gonna end in Boston. So
yeah, the Warriors Spurs is going on right now.
Right now, right behind you.
That's probably going to end in an hour or so. So heartbreaking because
you really what? Oh, because of what happened.
Even if the Warriors beat the Spurs when Kawhi Leonard was there, like I could still deal with that.
Man, let's just get to the final. Let's just get to chapter 3.
I've been saying that
of the trilogy between Oakland and Cleveland because it's just this is what we want.
Right.
This is what the ratings are in, and I think that's going to go all 7 games, and it's going to end in Cleveland.
Hopefully it ends in 6 because it would be nice to see the Cavs win at home. I don't want to see them. I mean, Warriors fans want it to go to 7 because they just want the chance to get their full revenge on the home court. But could you imagine having another Game 7 and you lose another Game 7 at home and you got to watch these guys celebrate on your court again? Like, Warriors fans, do you really want that on your soul?
You really want that on
You
your
really want
soul?
that on your conscience? You gotta be careful
laugh.
what you ask for.
Hey, I ain't asking for shit.
You gotta
I
be
just wanna
careful what you
entertained.
ask for because you asked for them at full health last year.
Hey,
and you saw what happened.
last year I said the Warriors were going to sweep them, and I was clearly wrong. So I'm hopefully no. I don't know. I just want to be.
I just want to be entertained.
Right.
Exactly.
So there was that. Bob Marley's grandson, Nico, went undrafted in the NFL draft, but he signed with the Washington Redskins.
What's his position?
I think he's a linebacker.
Good for him.
His dad actually, his dad played at University of Miami when The Rock was there. Bob Marley's son, so Nico's dad.
Okay, I was about to say Bob.
No, Marley was dead at that time.
I was about to say, like, what?
No. But his dad actually played ball, so it's something that possibly is going on in the family, so good for him. Thunder Center, Enes Kanter he's back in the country now, but over the weekend, he actually had his passport canceled.
Yeah.
While he was in his Turkish passport canceled while he was in Romania. He had some disparaging comments towards the Turkish government or the Romanian government, whichever. Mm-hmm. They got fed up, and that's why he feels like his passport got canceled and he was detained for a while. He finally got home today, and he basically said, "I'm looking into becoming an American citizen now. I'm not even dealing with that anymore."
Yeah, well, shit, maybe. Yeah, well, fuck that whole ass nigga.
So there was that.
In office.
When we get to the NFL season opener,
Beth.
We're going to have Beth Mowens will be the first woman play-by-play announcer
for Monday Night Football.
For Monday Night Football for the Chargers and Broncos game.
Shout out to women, do they?
And I bring that up because for whatever reason, people had an issue with that.
Yeah,
because people don't like change.
I mean, I don't understand I don't understand why men feel threatened when women talk sports. To me, that's a turn on. That's a great turn on.
Oh yes.
Yes, it's
like
awesome.
A manly thing. They just men just
shout out to Myrna.
Have their man cave and live in their man cave and
it's kind of like you want women to be in the kitchen and men to watch sports, and women bring the food, serve the man.
I'm like, yo, why can't we enjoy sports together? Like that's, I love watching sports with women. Like it's awesome.
Especially wrestling. If I have a female wrestling fan, they're rare, very rare. So I see them at every wrestling.
When you
event.
get one, embrace one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to find one.
And so shouts out to Beth. And then probably my favorite story of the sports realm was when Stephen A. Smith went on to Fox News and him and Ted Nugent just kept going back and forth.
Stephen A. Smith on Fox News. Why did he? Well, I don't even want to know.
Entertainment, man. If you watch that clip, it was pure entertainment.
I don't watch Fox News for obvious reasons, but
Stephen A. Smith came on and he was
he just pissed himself off.
No, well, he pissed himself off, but it was funny because he was also making the people on Fox News look stupid too.
They look stupid every damn day.
But it was just funny to see him come on, and then he was, of all people to make them look stupid, it was Stephen A. Smith. That was funny in itself. But yeah, it was just...
Lay off the weed!
Yeah, it was just loudness coming from every direction.
And you're just like,
I'm here for it all!
No, you gotta do the Drake laugh. So, and if we go into wrestling, my realm, it's just one little snippet, because I know y'all don't... He watches it, you don't really watch it. Jinder Mahal. If, I'm happy for this, because I kind of love seeing the underdog win, because I've watched his career from the come up when he was with Great Khali, and he was like his manager and all that. He didn't really have nothing to do with anything. And then he's joined the 3-man band when it was an Indian and 2 other white boys, and he had like a turban trying to be a rock. He took him as a joke. And, he was a decent wrestler, but, I always saw his hustle, and he always tried to get better and all that. So
last night it paid off.
Oh, last night paid off because he won the WWE Championship. Yep. The first Indian to win that. From what my wrestling knowledge, I could be wrong, but I watch wrestling a lot, so I'm right. Busby's right. So he's the first Indian WWE champion and on SmackDown. And I'm happy for him because I listened to him on Chris Jericho's podcast, and he was saying how he was really depressed when he left the company. He wasn't loving himself, and then after that, he just made a turnaround, got in shape. And he stayed positive. He said he writes positive notes to himself all the damn time and he makes goals for himself. Like the law of attraction. That shit's a motherfucker. And he won the title. And I was legit, when I watched it, I was legit happy for him. Even though he's a bad guy on it. Yeah. But as seeing how far he came, I was legit happy for him. Because he deserved it more than anybody. And all the wrestlers in the world. I'm saying this title is held by Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Bruno Sammartino, Triple H, all them champions. And this is the main title because they got 2 titles because it's on different brands and shit. But
this is the main one.
This is like the main historical one,
Wow.
and he has that title. He has that championship. So, shout out to Jinder Mahal. Shout out to him.
Big ups.
Big ups.
Yeah.
The mod. How do you say the mod is? Whatever. You're gonna go to India soon. You'll let me know.
The Taj Mahal.
There you go. Him.
And on to some
Gossip.
Some girly shit. But
Girly shit.
Beyonce just had a push party.
What the fuck's a push party?
A push party is you're about to have a baby. It's gonna be your 2nd or 3rd baby.
3rd, I guess.
And 3rd.
Technically, I guess this counts.
This counts.
She
Yeah.
got 2 and 3.
Right. So then she's basically having a party because she's about to have the twins, and it's more of an adult baby shower because when during baby showers you just do like kiddie games. It's kind of it's just kiddie. A push party is more like you're older, you're just celebrating, you're having a little party, probably having some cocktails. Not if you're pregnant, but you know.
Yeah, true.
So have you guys heard of a push present?
No.
So this kind of stems off of a push present. Basically, the man gives the woman, if you're dating or whatever you got going on, you give her a push present. Like basically, thank you for you're
Having
about to
this
push
baby.
this baby out.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just like a gift. But I guess Beyonce does her own thing. I've never heard of a push party until now. So
Yeah.
she did her thing. It was like all like African kind of themed.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it was from the pictures. It looked pretty
Expensive.
fun. Yeah,
But
inexpensive.
But to her, that's pennies.
Lala was
Right.
there. Michelle,
All the Destiny's Child people.
Yeah, Destiny's Child, and it looked like she had fun.
Solange. I mean, when she, I thought she had the kid already. From what I remember.
She's about to
About
push
to
it out.
pop.
She's about to push. Did you see how big her belly was?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Probably.
And Courtney K. She has a new boyfriend that is 24 years old.
And how old is she?
She's like 30 something.
I mean, shit, man. She's trying to stay young, man. She's trying to hella stay young.
And he's a model.
Oh, that probably explains a lot. She's shallow. Kardashians are shallow, man.
No, she's I don't know. Never mind, I don't know. But I basically like her dating this young guy. He's 24 years old. He's a model. I never heard of him in my life. He basically posted pictures up of them on Instagram. And usually when you start dating somebody, guys honestly are not the first to put up pictures of you guys. Like women will post pictures of you guys all day long, but a guy. So that's why I kind of think that he's kind of using her for fame or.
Are they dating, or is it like something serious, or they're just dating?
I think they're dating.
They're just dating, so it's like nothing serious. So he's just using that Kardashian name. Like, I'm fucking a Kardashian.
But how do you figure out if someone's dating you for fame?
Exactly the shit he's doing right now.
Right.
And if he's like taking hella pictures of you and posting it and like you that's why when I get famous, I'm just saying it and putting it out in the universe. Yeah. If I get like well known and I get because I know, a lot of women don't come to me. I come to them, but when they get to know me and shit like that, I don't know. But when I get like a whole plethora of women that I could just pick from, and do y'all really want to get with me, or do y'all just want the fame?
How do you figure that out?
Well, just talk to them, pick their heads, and see how they came from.
Fake and you could just be like, tell you what you want, and then you think that they're there for you, but they really just want your money.
Yeah, no, that's the hard thing, man. So it's just you just got to be very careful about these women because these women are really they can be shady, man. Very scandalous.
Other way around.
With dudes, I mean, especially if you're famous. I mean, with the Kardashians, I mean, they could get any guy they want. Let's keep it funky. They could get any guy, any rapper. They can get any guy they want. And whoever they get, like when French Montana was dating Chloe, like his status just went up. Exactly. Not a lot, but just a smidge. Sometimes they just need a little smidge.
But but do you think of the other side of like how difficult is it for you to date or find somebody that's really gonna fuck with you and
not using you for the show,
not using you for the show or the fame, and how lonely is that? That's fucking lonely.
Because you can't trust nobody at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, it does suck. Like for them, probably because they're trying to settle their careers and shit like that. So if they try to get with somebody that seems real, they gotta let you know this is my life, this is who I am. So you gotta deal with these paparazzi, you gotta deal with the cameras. Like that leads into what Kanye, like when Kanye got with Kim, he knew what to expect.
Right.
But they both wanted that.
True. Except when he hit his head on the damn sign and he was like, "No pictures."
Boing.
So back to Courtney. Like
Yeah.
I felt so sorry for the longest because you guys, I'm pretty sure, seen something about Scott and him being a douchebag this entire time. Him being seen with other women. Her trying to be there through his depression.
Yeah.
His,
But Scott's always been an asshole.
Scott's one of the.
He's the realest one.
He's probably the best reason to watch. Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
He keeps it real.
Yeah.
Keeps it funky. He's the only one that can say all this shit.
To just find love. Like, she's been with this guy. She's tried to help him. It's not like she's just with him.
And he has his kid, right?
They have 3 kids.
Yeah, 3.
3 kids.
Damn. I mean.
And he was never able to get his shit together.
Well,
yeah, he's entertaining. Yeah, he's a douchebag. Yeah, he's.
But you're looking at beyond the cameras and shit.
Yeah, like she's been there through everything, with all the
like when they're
drugs
together.
And
alcohol. They're together forever. As long as they got them kids, they're gonna be. Like,
right, they're gonna have to deal with each other for the rest of their lives.
Right, but she's had to deal with so much though. So I just want her to find somebody and.
Well, this dude's probably just for the summer. She'll probably be over him.
That's what I don't want, and I'm pretty sure
you don't want. Well, you don't know what she's going through.
I mean, maybe it might be what she wants for right now.
For right now,
maybe.
Then the seasons change.
Yeah. So, on a congratulatory note, Colin Kaepernick's Colin Kaepernick's jersey has been donated to the National Museum of African American History.
Yep, good for him. That is a Niner jersey too. So hell yeah.
Jersey, number 7.
Yeah, but he still doesn't have a team.
Starting to look more and more like a black ball now.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Fitzpatrick has a backup job, and that motherfucker threw 6 picks in a football game.
And we're how many months of training camp? Like 3?
Training camp starts in July.
Fuck, and we're in May right now.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get picked. See, they said Seattle's looking at him, so he'll fit well with Seattle. He'll fit well with Seattle. It'll piss me off. Fuck Jed York.
I wonder how the bulk of Niners fans would feel about that. The ones that supported him.
What else is going on?
I mean, you want him to have a job, right?
Yeah. It's like, fuck.
It's lit.
So I guess my question of the week, and it's been like on your guys' timeline, I'm pretty sure, on Twitter, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay to wear a romp him?
It's a romp. That's how you say it?
You get it? Romp her, romp him.
Oh, that's what you say.
Anyways, a male romper.
The ones that I've been seeing that look like they're damn skin tight.
You feel me?
No. But I saw Cam Newton rock one at Coachella that actually looked comfortable on him, and I was like, if you can pull it off, you can pull it off. I ain't gonna try to tell him some more damn weight.
Yeah,
I put that shit on right now. I look like the Penguin in the damn Batman flick back in the 90s.
Man, same here. I look like fucking Professor Clump.
Yeah, I'm not. It ain't for me.
Like, if I have the body for it, if they make one in big dude size, yeah, I'll probably wear it. Maybe, but it's not I'm gonna. It was just funny because there was a whole bunch of memes coming down. Like, yeah, move that. When your lady says, move that little romper to the side. Like, what?
That shit was hilarious.
They were going hella hard on it, and it came out of nowhere too. That whole week was just weird, and they were talking about it for a whole day. Like, Twitter is
a whole week. The people are still talking about it.
I know.
T.I. even went and said he started the trend.
He did?
He did. He said, well, he had one of those, I gotta show you all a pic, but he basically said he started the trend, but he didn't have
all I know
mind.
is if it's clothing that makes it an obstacle for me to go to the bathroom, I'm likely not going to partake.
But I heard that, I've seen some versions of it where you just zip it down, like it's a zipper.
Nah, that's now you asking for other problems.
Imagine if you're trying to mess with a chick and they gotta zip your whole body like a fucking, like a little baby. Like,
this is the post with the T.I.
I don't even know why it's like a big issue now. When
it's like no damn. That's like a fucking blanket you go to sleep in.
I really don't know.
Like a one piece.
A one piece. There you go.
Yeah, them like some damn overalls. What the hell is he talking about?
I don't know, man. Yeah. Like it was like Twitter is just crazy, man.
So you're not gonna be caught wearing a romper?
I'm just trying to lose some weight so I can wear some damn overalls again. Like, that's my goal. I just want to get in some overalls. I'm not really concerned with a romper. Like this.
So you trying to be Chance? Because Chance be rocking them overalls all the damn time.
Nah, I'm trying to be like DMX when he had that string where he was able to get off crack for like a year.
Damn.
Remember when he was rocking overalls and everything?
Yeah.
And they was fly?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to get like
Tim's?
That. Yep. Maybe.
Well,
we on the West Coast, so I'll probably get some Chucks.
Well, I probably wouldn't talk to a guy if he's wearing a romper. That's kind of weird. But it also got me thinking, like, why is it okay for women to be able to be tomboys and it's cool? Like, we're able to wear baggy pants or,
hot.
just like...
Kind of. Depending on how you rock it. Like
but
when
now
Rihanna
I feel
does
like
it.
you have Young Thug and all these people that are wearing purses and all of these like feminine products, but it's like an issue. But girls can wear boy stuff.
Aaron Magruder is a prophet.
Indeed. Been saying that for years.
You know who Aaron Magruder is.
I know, that's why I paused.
Aaron Magruder is the writer and creator of the Boondocks.
Okay.
And he made an episode, 2 episodes called The Tale of Gangstalicious, and he was talking about a hip-hop rapper that wasn't who he said he was, and he turned out to be gay. So then in the second episode, like of the second season, was it the second season or the third season?
No, the second season was just about getting him to do, No, that's right. They only had him for 2 episodes. That's right. The second one was of him trying to hide the fact, and he did it by dropping
Homies Over Hoes.
Homies Over Hoes record, which the lyrics in itself are very homosexual in content.
It was based off that Pop Champagne shit from Jim Jones.
It was based off of Pop, like the video was based off Pop Champagne, but they did the Laffy Taffy beat.
Yeah. Homies over hoes. Homies over hoes.
And then it's do the homie.
And they'll bump in each other's chest.
Oh my god.
So the reason why, and then in the second scene, he kind of embraces his gayness, but he's saying, no, this isn't gay.
Then he starts dropping out clothing line that's for gangsters, but like one of them's like got a shirt with a hole out so you can see dude's ass in the back.
And they're walking
and he's
purses,
hiding the fact like, but wait, the shirt's got a hole.
But you gotta understand that jeans and stuff and the sagging was a jail thing and that.
Oh, we know that, yeah. But I never.
So how is that different between like guys wearing like a romper?
No. We're not talking about the romper. We're just saying how it's funny. Like you just bring up the topic of why can't men wear this, and him and I have been saying this for years. Like Aaron Magruder's a prophet
because he said this like years ago.
Right?
Like, yeah,
and nobody was really paying attention to it. They were just like, "Oh, you're a hater."
Because we didn't think it was gonna happen.
You're just a hater, like
We see Young Thug rocking a purse. We see Lil Uzi rocking skin tight shirts and shit, and it's like, oh my god, Aaron Magruder.
You see Lil Uzi grinding like he's a woman. I just saw the performance that he did the other day, and I was like,
do the homie.
Yeah. Actually, Sway just interviewed or asked Lil Uzi like, why, what do you have to say to these people that say that you dress feminine? And he basically, what he had to say was that, y'all ain't never touched this fabric, this Valentino fabric.
That could fall in line with Aaron Magruder.
Yeah, it's just like...
You're just saying one thing to get it to go off on another tangent.
Oh, you never wore this hot shit. This shit costs like $4,000.
Because that's exactly what Gangstalicious was doing.
Yeah.
It was making it seem like he was like I said, there was one shirt where it had a hole in the ass, but the way he covered it was like, nah, that's for when, we ain't encouraging people to kill niggas, but if you gotta put the burner on them, that 1 second...
put it in there. Okay.
Right.
Well...
Yeah.
I mean, romper ain't for me, but I ain't going down. I ain't going down nobody that wants to rock it.
That's just Twitter being Twitter.
Just make it to the bathroom in time for everybody's sake, and if you feel comfortable in it, feel comfortable in it.
Hell yeah.
I just ain't going to rock it.
Do you think we'll see men wearing that this summer?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, Cam Newton did it at Coachella.
Yeah, they're gonna wear it.
Athletes always they set trends all the time. So Cam Newton's rocking that.
Don't be surprised during BT weekend in the summer. You're gonna see some niggas wearing male rompers for the gram.
Now if niggas out here wearing heels and dresses, that's a whole other topic.
And then they're gonna defend that shit.
I mean, a purse is
a male purse.
And then being on stage, it wasn't really a male purse. It was like a long strap.
It was a purse.
It was a girly purse.
Well,
I don't know.
Would you rock it? The male purse? Well, there you go. That answers your question.
I mean, if you feel comfortable in it, do you?
Yeah, do you. And nothing against gay folks, but don't try to,
But be about that too. Yeah, let it be known.
So because they're dressing like that, they're gay. So Lil Uzi's gay?
I don't know what he is.
I don't know what he is.
Do you think he's gay?
I don't think I don't know. You could say yes and he's not, and then somebody you defend like, oh no, he would never be gay. Somebody else could turn out to be gay. It's just I don't know.
Do you based off of appearance, do you think he's gay?
When I saw Young Thug wear that fucking dress for his album cover,
did he kiss Birdman too or something?
He probably did. Lil Wayne did.
No, I know that, but I think
he probably did. He probably tongue kissed him. I don't know.
My whole thing is if you are, embrace it. Don't try to hide it.
Don't try to hide it and tell us. Don't try to piss on us and portray it.
No one ever asked them, "Are you gay?"
I mean, if they say no, then you take it at face value. All right, cool. But if you are, then that's fine. But don't don't be on the down low and then try to hide it and be like, nah, it's because we doing this. It ain't got nothing to do with gay. And it's like, nah, man, you faking
gay.
the funk, man. You
faking
embrace it.
What the fuck is this nigga wearing?
I feel like Prince wore hella tight clothing. And
Prince could wear high heels and fuck your chick at the same time. There's exceptions. No, he can't. Prince couldn't.
Hip-hop.
Oh, we talking hip hop. Well, okay.
No, I'm asking. Is it because it's hip hop? It's it's like homophobia and like just. Like,
I mean, it's funny because Kanye brought.
Prince can and Michael Jackson wore like super.
Tight
jeans.
I think the 80s were just a different.
The 80s were a different
realm. Just a different era.
Different era. There was just a lot of weird shit that happened in the 80s.
And once if you made it in the 80s,
weird shit is happening now.
If you made it in the 80s, you got grandfathered in later on. Like nobody was doing it in the 90s without having their sexuality called into question. Like Prince had it called into question, but when they realized he was banging women for photo shoots, then it was like, oh yeah, nah, it's it's not that.
We still gotta do our Michael Prince debate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's coming.
Yeah, well,
I just want to give you more time to study up.
You know what? Shut your ass up.
You need it more than I do.
He. So I would have a soundtrack, but I forgot what I was gonna play. It's probably Karina's shit.
You're probably gonna play one of them songs from the Biggie duets.
Part 2. See, there's a track on there called the 10 Wife Commandments, and I turned that shit off. That's when I turned it off. Man, the 10 Wife Commandments.
I sure as hell didn't ask
Nobody asked for that album. Shit. That's what I got. That's what I titled this with the cover. Nobody asked for this album. They gonna look at that like, what the?
We ain't asked for this shit, man.
We ain't asked for this shit.
Isn't Lil' Kim on it too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like you got your main chick and your side chick on the same song and you're dead. I was like, and then Pop looked at him and was like, well, I fucked one of them.
I guess she got 2 Pocs. Get it?
2 Pocs. Just end it right there. End the episode right there.
My soundtrack of the week is that what we're doing? Soundtrack?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, we can.
That's what you said?
Yeah, you can. Yes.
You just said your soundtrack.
I didn't say the soundtrack.
Oh,
I thought
you were getting into it.
No, I was being sarcastic. You
just said my soundtrack is probably something off of.
It was part sarcasm.
Oh.
But you can pick your song.
Okay.
Since you fresh out of jail.
Fresh out of jail. Okay, so have you guys listened to the mixtape with Jacquees and Dej Loaf?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. It was.
Is it
put
just
out a couple like years ago, I think. To be honest. So
Fuck the Friend Zone. That came out last year, didn't it?
I think 2 years ago, maybe. I'll have to look it up.
Fuck the Friend Zone.
There's a really good song on there, and it's Jacquees and Dej Loaf. Have you guys heard of Jacquees before?
Yeah, isn't he signed to Rich Gang?
Birdman's trying to push as the franchise player now.
Yeah, on Cash Money. Yeah, please. When your other dude that signed the Cash Money just won 13 fucking Billboard Awards. Come on, bro.
Right. Should I play the song?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I didn't know what we're.
Yeah, you can play. We still got it. We don't.
Let's see.
Hell yeah.
My phone works. Don't worry, guys. This is gonna sound so much better than last year. I heard y'all clowning on me. I didn't hear it when I was playing it.
We can't hear this shit. We can't even find it on Apple Music either. That's what I hate about the whole Frank Ocean shit.
Yeah, and I'm playing stuff off SoundCloud. Damn, why is it not being playing? It's not playing.
Well, I'll find it. So
you'll find mine later.
And mine, it's something. You'll probably see it on the playlist.
All right, yeah. We'll just do it like that.
Yeah, Eminem's Brainless. Yeah, I was listening to that a lot. I ain't gonna play it because I'm scared of Interscope.
There you got your once.
Voila! So that was a pretty long episode. 42. Did y'all have fun today? Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
There you go. And shit, all I can say is fuck Jed York. Yep.